Morning. Getting ready to put 40 boxes or 40 bags in a box. We only have one box left, and my box kind of got out of whack. There's one the other. 50 unit box on here. I'm gonna do 40 here. Had some that just had 60,000 seeds per unit instead of 80, so just leave it kind of back up. I know I'll need some more bags, maybe 20 more. Got them all over here to get finished, but just do 40 in here for now. So put it on tinder, have it way down the river bottoms where I'm at. So David planted till about 11 o'clock last night or something. Got the planter empty and filled up, so I'll be able to run a long time. Dad had a bunch of trouble last night. Lost something, I didn't really understand what it was. Sure he'll get on here. I'll get him his camera back too, because I took it home last night to download SD cards. So this filled up and then we'll get back planting. Tinder is loaded up. Bags in the box. Those bags are burning. Go down and plant some. Like, it takes a lot of time to get ready in the morning sometime, but it's better than stopping in the middle of the day, in my opinion. Got a round left in this big area here on this field. That's that big 670 acre field. This is divided in two by an irrigation road, just so we can get trucks dumped and back to irrigations. But this is, let me think, maybe 610 acres between these two fields. 600 acres, something like that. I got like around, about out of fuel, filling up with it. David brought this fuel trailer down yesterday afternoon, so much appreciated. I got that 100-gallon tank in the back of my truck, but I wasn't sure if emptying that last night, emptying it today, be enough to do me down here, and I didn't want to have to run back up to the shed and get more fuel. Let's hop over here and see how this corn's progressing. That was planted 2 days ago. Got just a little sprout. We got life starting to grow. It's cooled off. I mean, it's not cold, but it was warm. So it was growing really fast. So still growing, but just not quite as quick. But starting to grow, that's good. Little chance rain tonight. Hopefully that don't happen. 70% Monday. So wanting to be done by then. Checking my planter out while I wait. Have to say, tighten and lock tight those bolts. No wood to knock on, but I'm not scared of those Viking wood fairies anyways. So far so good. Getting something torqued and Loctite on it sure makes a difference. Well, I was gonna go knock out that field, but there's water over the culvert. I can't get there from here. I can't go a long ways around. I'll get it later tonight. Yeah, well, that's a bummer. And that, there's a field back there. I don't think I want a chance getting to that. Plugged up, unplugging it. Oh, I wanted to show you. I think these disc openers are gonna need to be changed for next year. I do. Probably hit something with it, but they're definitely all wearing. Or I got a rock or a limb or hitting a wash too hard. I don't know, but yeah. So we change those every year. Get towards the end, she'll make it. Worst problem is if it gets wore too much, you get too big a space in here, it'll start dragging up all the time in between the two blades. So hopefully that don't start happening. That'll make the last few acres take longer than it should, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll say again, down at the river bottoms, there's just some wet holes you gotta go around. Sometimes get a little close, and then a little mud gets in there, and then gets spread apart. Then it quits turning. Then when it quits turning, you gotta stop. Currently stopped. Those blades I showed you, yeah, it was too wore. It drug up again and got packed full of dirt instantly, so it's letting too much dirt in there because they're too far apart, because they're too wore. So shout out to Matt. It's on parts duty. It was done. Ran back to the store. Gonna set out 10 disc openers for us, because I'm sure this probably won't be the last of this problem. When these things start, they keep going, or keep getting different ones. And George is heading down there, gonna pick them up, take my seed tender. I'm down deep in here. I got the old ones off, and drive out somewhere to where it's kind of on his way back home. Waiting to meet him. There's a field of rye, somebody else's. I think this one, which deers, we didn't have this problem, but deer don't have a leading blade. This one's not too bad. I'm debating on keeping that one. It's got one little nick there. Leading blade works better, I think, but they wear out quicker. This is the lead one. I got a flat spot there. Got serrated edges all over the place. Yeah. Yeah. He had a longer drive than I did, but this is good. Good meat spot. I think I'm off far enough off the road. Boy, look at that corn. That's a neighbor's. That's probably gonna be waist high by the 4th of June. Newtons are good farmers, big farmers over in this area. Tell you what, if you're gonna sit around outside and wait on somebody, today's the day. It is perfect outside. Perfect spring day. Oh, and I want to say hi to the Joneses that came in road from Texas. Got family around here, parents live around here. I should have got everybody, all 4 of you, on YouTube, but I didn't think of it. My bad. Good seeing you. Parts guy made it.
Yep. Parts round.
Oh, this is the lead blade compared to the new one. I'm back down here. And the one I was debating on changing. There's a little bit of wear, a little bit of wave. Definitely much, much thinner. This bevel that's probably supposed to wear down to is completely gone, so place it too. All right, definitely closed now. Those look a lot better than the rest of them. Well, at least they're easy to put on. Oh, and the scrapers I said were a bear that get on and off the other day. They're not. They're fine. I was in too big a hurry when I said that and didn't know what I was doing. So I'm leaving mine on, except for the poor I already took off a week or 2 ago, whenever that was. Much better. Back at the truck, a row, I just put the blades on. It's doing fine, but the ground contact is always a little less than the rest, seems like. So, like this seed boot here that goes in between the blades, after it opens up, then it actually digs the trench there. Well, it's got the shovel and seed boot together. I think that's wore a little too much, maybe, because those blades were wore. I had one in the truck, so we're testing the theory. Well, it's running. I row still every once in a while seems to just have a little less ground contact than the others. Like I sit there and stare at to notice. I don't know, I also found a little dirt on the sensor, a little dirt clod. I'll get off. I don't know if it had any blades. The rest got something to do with it, but I can't find nothing else wrong with that thing. But I'm still going. 7 o'clock. Got 270 acres done. I'm about 150 behind what I was yesterday. A couple small fields. Messing with this quite a bit. Oh, I'm gonna leave that other side of the ditch and finish there tomorrow, even though I don't want to, because it's the farthest away from the shed. I need seed or whatever. But I'm going to, because I don't want to go down there where it's wet. There might be chunks all over after dark. I was gonna go there after I got empty and then come back here and finish, but I don't think there'll be enough time. So let's get tomorrow. I'll head up on the old farm, do it. Beards over the levee, then head back down here tomorrow. Then I might be able to get that one hole by that irrigation by then, maybe. I don't know. It's a nice drying day today, and hopefully tomorrow will be. There's Newton's planting. They got the dust rolling. Stop to fill up. Go by the shed to get to this field. This tractor, you never pass the fuel tank without stopping. And put all it's dusty from the gravel. I put all of my rows in another 1/4 inch since I'm going back to the muckier dirt. Back to 2 inches. It's been 1 3/4 this whole time over here. And for the majority of the spring, been a little bit 1.5 inches and a little bit at 2. Mostly 1 3/4 inches. There's moisture there. I usually go there. I like doing that instead of 1.5 inches, just to make sure it's all at least 1.5 inches. Except for at Robinson when it was still wet on top. That was 1.5 inches. Second planting, not the first. And the replant, because those are wet holes. Get moved around. moved Eli's tender where he needs to go. Jay's giving me a ride down and get my truck moved back out of the bottoms. Uber?
Uber. $5.
Yeah, good luck. How's spraying going?
It's going. All the bean ground over here in Indiana's all sprayed.
So you caught up to those guys. Just one guy you can't catch up to yet.
Yeah, I mean, I've already sprayed 236 acres of corn today, and that was cleaning out this afternoon, and you know, we're only 15 gallons an acre, so we're only getting across 80 acres of load, so it's going pretty good. Now, if we get another couple days of running, I think we'd be done, at least with the burn down.
Shutting down. It's only 9:40 and only about a 330 acre day, but it's okay. We got those other big days. Oh, I forgot to look. There's probably about 260 acres left, something like that. I'm quitting because I'm going to go get the seed tender from Eli. It's not empty, but the timing's working out good enough. I'm going to take it back to the farm, fill it up. Dad's going to take it back over here, so help them get moved around. He's up top tonight, up there somewhere, filling up.
Well, getting daylight again, sun's coming up. It's 5:30 Illinois time. Had a good evening today, night. Guess I did 240 acres so far. Yeah, got to do another 80 on the Indy farm, be ready to move over to the Beard farm. We're getting there.
On the way over. Sorry, 7:20. I had a hard time getting up this morning. With the YouTube edited last night. Behind Johnson's. Got some Pioneer white corn. Looks like they're going to split plan against some decal white corn. Gonna beat it like a drum. Coming out to the end of this irrigation. It's an old school one, just making sure it's heading the right direction. I planted a spot for it to land last night. Now go start it, then get to planting. Seen Dad heading that way. I think he might just have, well, he's got 3 fields left at least. Probably 400 acres. There's an 80 of it. I'm not sure it's gonna be dry enough or not. Day before yesterday I was planting beside it. It looked wet, but it's really drying out, so maybe, hopefully they can get it. Actually started, that thing never started. See, I can go through a fair amount of stalks on the ground that are washed up, no problem. My trash wheels kick them out of the way. But Dad's don't, because he just don't have near as much room between them. They just throw it into each other. And then his spokes get, all stuff gets through the spokes, gets dirt plugged up from behind on the disc, which gets where it don't turn. I don't have any problem, because mine's wider. Makes you wonder if we should plant 20-inch beans. We have done that in the past. Or just get the flat face, regular closed gauge wheels for the one he's got. That'd probably be the easiest. Yeah, this wet hole's actually dry. That don't have much. Good chance of rain down there right now. That sucks to get rain down today, but it might happen. It's okay. Just assume it don't. Keep planting corn to like 210, so we got a couple weeks. Really don't want to go that long. Start getting that late, starts hurting stuff. Yield, moisture, or drying down, everything. Did a good job planting in those stalks, but I don't know if they'll tell it or not. It's muddy in there. So we like to burn them. It does help dry them out. You can't get through them, but a couple of drops of rain on the windshield, not much. Hopefully it holds off. Just needs to hold off till tomorrow.
Well, I've been having a lot of trouble with ICU equipment. He said, I think I got it going again. Go 100 feet quit, 100 feet quit, and we go 300 acres quit. He said, it's just very erratic. I think it's a software issue, I think. Now I'm going to get some more beans. Eli's coming to plant. Fill up the seed tender. Had a good night. Here the last couple hours have been pretty good. Aggravating when you got electronic problems.
Well, there goes the man on the bike. Dad moving his seed tender around. Well, that got out of the way. I got either a sensor or bad wiring on my bulk fill. Got a low voltage warning, and it went crazy once. Reset the ECU. Now I just got the low voltage warning, but it seems to be performing fine. Just noticed it didn't shut off and turn on right like it's supposed to. This happened at the very end last year too, just at the end of the year. It switched to all manual on me. Why ain't on that screen? Back to all auto. Should be good now. This is such a wet field. I did find, or I do think, I can at least help 3 of these wet holes with some more ditching, so hopefully I can get that done this fall. Didn't do any last fall, got too wet too soon. The way it goes sometimes. Some years you get a lot done, some years you don't get much done. Well, good news, I don't think it's a sensor. I was looking up where all these wires were and ran it back to, this goes to the bulk fill. Ran it back, this little thing comes off here. And it's supposed to ground right there. And another bolt has come off. So that's, I'm happy though, because that'll be easy. Here comes the parts man. There's a guy that'll drive it side by side every time he can.
Is that gonna work?
Oh. Well, I think that'll fix at least for a little bit. It had a lock nut on it. The nut, this bracket that it goes through to hold these hydraulic lines. Bracket, hydraulic lines. We're still here, but the bolt was gone, so I didn't have a bolt to fit it. I had one that was close. It was a metric. This is standard. So farmer bolt to the rescue, just as long as it stays tight. Well, it's still showing wacky, but it's planting fine. So I don't know that ground being off messed up that sensor or what, but Buffy's gonna go pick up that sensor for me. I don't know. Just keep playing. I'm gonna just keep playing. Another field down, one left. It's broke into a couple, but one area. It's way down. That was on the other side of the ditch. There's 100 acres down there, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to get that much. I need 67 units to do it, so I don't know. I'm gonna try and figure out how much I got left in there, which is educated guess, and figure out how much I'll need down there, which is educated guess. Throw some in, then maybe get my truck moved around, get my fuel tank empty into this so I can take it out, then I can have a pallet of handbags down there in case I need them. And all that, of course, if it don't rain. A few drops here and there, but that's it so far. Went by the shed, put on enough corn to do it, I think. I put 30 bags in the hoppers back there, and some, I put 8 bags on the platform. Also got the fuel trailer empty in my truck into this, fill this up. That way I can get the fuel tank out of the back of my truck. Garrett put some corn in there for me in case I need more. And I got that sensor on, so I did not get the camera out for any of that for some reason. But head down the last field, hoping to get done. Drive through and around this place called Cypress Swamp to get here. This is definitely the long way. Made it to we were on the other side of that yesterday. Playing this side. Alright, spent the last hour down here, broke down. This is my fault. Got that big sensor on, it was showing it not enough RPMs, it was too far away from it. Well, it was shoving more hydraulic oil in to keep it, trying to make it spin faster. And it's possible, which was the opposite problem what I had earlier, wasn't said enough. But anyway, so then that blew out a O-ring back on a valve body. So I got that sensor just right. Garrett brought me down some flat face O-rings, got one of them on. Now we're going, and my bulk fill matches what it's supposed to be. Finally. Well, Garrett made down here spraying behind me. They haven't caught me. They got some fields they haven't done behind me, but I want to come down is so far with a full tank, try and get it. So definitely, I think he will. They didn't catch me. Filling in the last little hole. That'll do it pretty much. I'm gonna go, I think I get there before daylight. There's one little wet hole I kind of played around 2 days ago. Let's see if I can fill it in or not. Well, it's not excessively dry, maybe a little wet, but filling in this little hole here that I left the other day, it's dry enough, I think. That's the end of it. Wasn't a big spot, some of it's a little wet, so who knows if it comes up or not, but it's filled in. 3.9 acres. Oh, it's bigger than that, really. I think those weeds were just sprayed yesterday. That's mare's tail already hanging their heads in shame, about ready to die, on the way to it. Those weeds are dead. Kind of an ugly way to start a year off for a field, but it sure works good.
Well, it's Memorial Day, Monday. Heading back to Indiana. Don't have much plan over there, but Eli had to quit because he had planter problems. Can't keep the ICU hooked up. So I'm going to try it this morning. Can't find loose wire.
Well, had to go get some chemical. Drove by some fields that were planted, corn's up. Oh, I love doing that. But I'm running it over here. They needed some more full-time, which is the residual for the corn spray that, you know, gets activated and try to keep the weeds from coming up. And it's Mustang, which is kills bugs, worms, cutworms, and vision, which is dicamba, kills broadleaves. So I'll get this delivered, then I'm gonna go do some driving around. Might check in on Dad. They're having more planter issues with that one. I don't have those anymore, I'm done, I think. But I want to at least drive up to Flat Rock. That's the only place I think it might be a possibility I might need to do some replanting. Everywhere else should be good, I think.
Well, look who's here again. Oh, it's awfully windy, but maybe you can hear this. Working on the planter again. Just won't do nothing. We have had an awful lot of planter trouble. Like 150 acres over here being done in Indiana, and all would be left's the low ground in Illinois, and the planter won't plant. And there's none around like it. And there's no parts close. Come on, Case. We got to do a little better than this. We have had a tremendous amount of planter problems. And done a long time ago, wasn't for that. And you know, we just can't do that year after year. Something's going to have to change. So loose bolts and bad connections. And, you know, design's good. Just not put together very well. So I don't know, we did have a bent up unit on this one, and I keep thinking it could be left from that, but we've looked at that several times and really come up with nothing. So I don't know, but it is aggravating.
It's linkages mode. Drive around Flat Rock. Most of it looks pretty good. There's a few holes that could probably stand some replant down right by the ditch, but the spots that could need it look too wet to plant today. I think he's gonna nitrate this today. Looks better than I thought it would, really. So that's good. But I just gonna need at least another day or two or sun before the wet spots are dry enough to plant. They'll just rot again, so.
We're still stopped. Bean planter's not going yet, as you can see in the background. And now we have one tech there and one tech here, and it's still just an electrical problem. And we're just almost done. Need some redundancy case get where all that good stuff fails, and you just like a few acres we could do with speed and depth. You know, there need to be some redundancy built in there where we could do away with all that electronic stuff just for a few acres. It's really wonderful when it works, but when you're just about done and it's quit, it's kind of aggravating. Even if you're about to get a field done, you could use it for a couple acres, you know, just to get moved and work on it the next morning early or something.
Well, just moved David around. Nitrogen rig's going today. Got up by Robinson done earlier this morning. Now he's gonna head down the Flat Rock area. dry enough to nitrate. The wet spots, just that might need planted or a little wet. Afraid it won't come up. Good enough to get through though. And everything goes good. Maybe move down to Lawrence County tomorrow. I'm gonna go check, see, make sure that corn's ready to go. We go as soon as we can row it. Don't get behind that way, and it run over a little less. This corn that I planted at Robson, I thought was a little wet. Planted it shallow, 1.5 inches. Looks great.
Well, it's been quite a day trying to finish in Indiana. Last night Eli had planted about 9. He couldn't get the electronics to work on the planter. Kept shutting off the units. I got over here about 6 this morning, and mechanic came about 7:30. Another one came about noon. Worked on it till 3, and we got it to going. We think maybe we've got it fixed. And there goes the bald eagle. See, over here. Anyway, we got it going finally. We think. Well, we know we got it going, but we think it's just the plug on the back of the tractor, our new tractor. The ISO plug, it all seemed all right, but replaced it, and so far it's still planting. It's starting to get dry over here, I tell you. I got this little field here. I got about 25 acres up by the bins, and then I'm going to head home and try to get Joe Taggart's finished so I can make that this evening. We're cutting her, probably be a little after dark before I get back, but I'll get through Mark Carmel about then. Well, so far no more trouble with it. So maybe that plug on the back of the truck is going to fix it, because I moved and planted about 125 acres with no trouble. So now I'm moving back to Illinois. I'm going to try to finish Taggart's field back to, I think, I don't know, 25 acres or something at the bottom of it. Give her up for the night, just like a little bit. About wrap her up tomorrow. We'll go to King Bend. That's usually the next to last place we go. We got the swamp to plant, and we don't call it swamp for nothing. Going to get Dad's tender for him. It's been down all day. Here he comes. Coming out of the bottoms. Yep, going back over the Wabash, Mark Carmel. Back into Illinois. Last long road trip of the year, I hope. Unless something goes haywire. Anyway. Little chance of showers tonight, but not much. We may fool around and get done. May after all. Corn done, beans are getting close. Very close.
Green beans again. Well, we are out of beans. We're out of soybeans. We have one box here of 2/8 that we got for some replant from 3.2s. We don't want to plant those now. He's back in Illinois, got done in Indiana yesterday, had all kinds of trouble, ended up being the electric plug that the ISO plug on the tractor is. He got that, they got that fixed yesterday, got that done in Indiana, now he's back here in Illinois. There's all the beans we have, we don't have enough, but there's a truck come from Pioneer today to where we'll have enough. We'll get those trees well when they come in. George headed up to work the last field. It's still a little wet for a day. He's gonna try to plant that tomorrow if it don't rain any. Well, I figured I better show off some artwork. A thank you card I got from Layla, one of our riders from Texas earlier this week. That I should have really got the GoPro out. I don't know why I didn't think about it. But her and Tarek and their parents, Tanner and Jasmine, came and rode for a little bit. And she gave me a thank you card. You've got a picture of a tractor on there. Pretty cool. Thanks. Eli's taking those beans to Dad. Burned some bags that we had. I'm gonna take this down, do a little mowing on some seed ground in Wabash County. Get some stuff for we drive around fields, and there's some trees growing, I guess, out in the middle of something that Dad planted, and see if I can find that. Little trees that's even while they're still little enough for the mower. And the rest of those beans are supposed to be in at 10:30. Eli will come pick me up at home. get those treated in, get that. After he fills him up, he's gonna come back out. We'll get that all taken care of. Nearing the finish line. Here's some trees. This will knock them back a year or two. Yeah, I know there's nitrate going on today, spraying going on today, bean plant going on today, and you're getting lower footage, but this is what I'm doing. Back at the farm, we got our beans in from Pioneer. We did have enough, but then we had replant. Then since it was getting later, he upped his population, so then we didn't have enough. But we got them in here, getting ready to treat 3 of them that he knows he'll need for sure. And we're just waiting, because Jay stole our forklift. He says he's gonna bring it back, but we ain't seen it. Forklift showed back up. He is, beans are treated. Eli's heading in there with them. Park it by the bean planter, and I'm going to go pick him up. And he hadn't ran out of beans yet, so he didn't have to stop and wait. That's good. George is able to work what we call the swamp first time, cut it open. It's gonna need work again, or maybe 2 more times, he said. So letting her breathe. It's appropriately named the swamp. They're pouring concrete at the bend today. Sure hope that time lapse is working. I haven't checked it for a while at that time. Boy, I hope it's set right.
Well, we're down here at King Bend now until we're about done. It's just not always the last place we plant, but it's usually the last or next to last. That's me. Sloughs, like for some of them dry up. Plant pretty good. Still have to go around sloughs. It's got water in it, of course. Get this today, and then a little place we call Lost Acres, 15 acres. And all we'll like is the swamp. I'll probably get that either tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Let it dry out a little bit more. It's only like 48 acres. So we are at the end. And we're here in King Bend, which is right where they are working on the new bridge. Give you a different perspective. Showed you pouring concrete there and everything else. Over there's where they're working on it. The trees are all cut off the bank here. It's always looked like this. You can see the road up there. But see her now. Well, you can see a slough here dried up enough I could get across it. Usually I can't go across that. Head up the line, I can't get across it. So you don't leave a whole lot down here, but you leave some. It'd be nice if you could plant straight through one time, but I don't think that's ever going to happen again. This is a place that the water's cut through for years and years, and cut these sloughs out. Some of them are not getting any deeper, but some of the newer ones are getting deeper all the time. Because of the way the trees are, I guess, against the river, the channel has changed a little bit when the water's up. This is really a low bottoms field. It starts getting in it when our river level at Vincennes is Wabash is 14 foot. It's starting to get in this, so it takes 15 to cover much of it. Put some low stuff, but it raises pretty decent stuff, what you can get of it. There's something else problem new to the case software this year. These 2 bars missing on the ground contact. There's nothing there, no line, no nothing. Shut it up, reset the ECU, then it'll be back. Or it may move over here somewhere. Don't do it all the time, but I've had the tractor, everything shut off, cleaning out them spoke wheels again. It was turning hard, got the cobs down there, and then got some wet dirt and plugged up the disc. And while I had it off, turned it back on, and then them 2 bars disappeared. I'm sure if I reset it, it'll be back, but I'll get it later when I fill up or something.
Well, come down and get a drone dad, and he was cleaning out 16 different rows that are jammed up. And they're all the ones with the spokes. Where we put the solids on, they look a lot better. There's still some in that one, but it's not like the others. But the blades are also worn. Need new openers, so that's probably a factor too.
Yeah, but every one of them I had to clean out because of the dirt getting between them. They quit turning because this makes it harder to turn.
Last planter we put a bull hitch here. They didn't put one on them. Look how this is wore. 1 year. Up underneath there,
about to pull clear through there. I can't see why Case can't figure out that needs a better hitch. Bingy bangy. Gonna break clear off. Needs a bull hitch.
Junk.
B-U-L-L, maybe.
Had something to it.
Junk.
Might be what it is. Well,
It's a bunch of bull because they put on a cheap hitch.
well, he's running. In case you thought this looked like some wet river bottom ground, it's because it is. Right by Cannonball Bridge. This place gets planted, you know you're about done. They got the concrete poured and they're putting in the bolts. Got a fancy machine to do it.
See the road map there. Got all the bolts on here. Center pin.
I'll be darned.
Let's go here to the next one.
Huh.
Shows you how far off we are.
How many yards you pour today, you know?
160.
160. It's a few trucks.
Yeah.
Well, that's just neat. Okay, out in some of our first planted corn, it's about V5. You can tell it's just been sprayed. Jay's out there spraying it. It's been nitrated. We spray it one more time, kill any weed escapes that's in it, and then keep any more from coming up. And then this is the end of the chemical for this. The only other pass that'll be left on this is fungicide, insecticide, and that's not till tassel. So get some drone of him running. There goes Garrett by, he's doing the same thing. This first corn planting so far ahead of the last. As soon as I got done with that, they're back on the second pass already. But won't take them too long to get caught up with that, then they'll be taking a break again. Just want to spray it before the rows get closed so it could actually get down to the weeds. Hook this thing up. It's nice for the door, wireless, open, shut it, you need it open, you're outside. Yeah, like it. Got it wired up to Wi-Fi and everything a while ago. Handy. Got the planter on. Need to put a little air in that tire back there. On the way to plant, I met the big planter.
Well, it's May 27th, all done but 45 acres of the swamp. I may get it tomorrow, may not be able to get it tomorrow, but I consider us done, 45 acres of that, so pretty darn close. May 27th. Last year I think we had to run all over, had a wet spring, got done May 23rd. If you'd have told me 2 weeks ago we was going to get done on the 27th, I tell you I definitely would have taken it. Feel pretty good about that. And I'm sure now that the tractor plug fixed my planter electrical problems, because I went all day, moved around to King Bend and another farm, 2 or 3 places there yesterday evening. So I guess it's fixed. I fixed it.
Rained a tent, so we're out looking around, got some lunch. Award for most unique seed tender truck goes to Chris Cusick. Got a convertible Duramax, no windshield. Why did they decide to do that?
Must have been rolling over.
Well, Dad's in front of me up there. We've been driving around this morning, went up and looked at Flat Rock. It's dry enough to replant. There's not much replanting to do up there, but little enough to I'm wondering if it's even worth going up there getting it, but since I'm not super busy to do anything else, I'm gonna go get it. Good chance of rain tonight, 70% or something like that. So I'll go get it, call this complete quick on corn planting. There won't be many acres. George's gonna go up and work a little bit of it. Then head down and check out some crops over here, see if they're coming up yet. George's gonna go up and work like just a little strip for me, and then I'm gonna go plug in the rest. There's the military museum. Coming in the Vincennes, gonna cross the river here. This is the biggest town in our immediate area. George Rogers Clark Memorial, that's a pretty place. Yeah, getting ready to go over the bridge here. Hopefully we don't meet nobody. We can jump up on this sidewalk if we have to. Wait for this car to get across. George Clark Memorial Bridge. Hey, and we're gonna make it. All right, oh, here comes the car. Yeah, they don't seem too scared. Squeeze by, no problem, no problems. And here comes an ambulance. It gets a little wider here. Yeah, we'll make her. There's an Abraham Lincoln thing. That's where he's supposed to have crossed into Illinois from Indiana when he moved. All kind. Very historical city. Oldest town in Indiana. All the way back to the Revolutionary War when George Rogers Clark marched from St. Louis in the middle of winter when they didn't think he was coming. He took it Fort Sackville, no problem. All right, made it up here. Adjusting all these to 1.5, or was it 1 3/4? This is the shallowest I ever plant corn. So it still gets a roots going where they need to be. Don't want any shallower than this. These are going to be all wet holes, of course. That's why they need replanted, so it should be plenty of moisture. And maybe get it up 1 day sooner, maybe. Catch up a little bit. Of course, it'll be behind. Oh, shoot. Well, looky there. Lost a few bags carrying them. They're still up there, though. Yeah, my bike came off the rack. I'll have to get that back up there. George there, tillage equipment just got here. I beat him by just a little bit. He came from home. I went farther, but I'm a lot faster going 33 when he tops out at 24, I think. So he's got just a little spot down by the ditch we're gonna work. It's too wet to work when we were here earlier, but it's not now. So it's like 100% no-till. It's hard to tell what's there, what's not. Some of it ain't, so we're just gonna work that out. That'll probably be the best. So probably 3 hours for him to drive up, drive back for about 5-10 minutes worth of work. But I don't know, we think it was worth it. Sometimes you just don't know what to do. That's what we thought we needed to do, so that's what we're doing. This right here has just got a drawl out of it, so instead of going back and forth with it, I'm just gonna plant down the middle. Came here, I got my middle 8 on auto, which is about how wide it is. The rest I got on manual off, so there's none right there, but that's my second planting when I came up here. And I see it spiking through. I think it's good to go. That up there was first plant. I can see there's some drowned it out. But when you get over here, like it's good right here, but there's spots where there's not. So I'm just gonna go with it, put it in where I think it needs it. So back to all auto. And I'll put my trash wheels to down, so where there is corn I'll knock them out, because if you get some that's tall little, then it's just no good. I don't know if I'll take them out good or not, but I will try. Done plugging in. Now I just got this spot here that George worked up for me. I don't know, 3 to 5 acres maybe. You can see that's what I did right there. That was a total of 12.7 acres. A little bit here, a little bit there. Now I'll plant this whole thing and that's it, we're done. 18.4 acres. I was thinking 20, so I was pretty close. So done. No more corn planting. Done, done, done. All right. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited because the job's done, but I'll be okay if I have more to plant. Made it back home. David is nitrate right over there. Gonna take a drone of him. It's raining a little bit now. We'll see how it flies. They got all the post-spraying corn sprayed that needs sprayed. It was like the first 1,800 acres. It's about knee high. Like for it to get up a little bit before we give it that final shot, so it'll stay basically weed free until harvest. That's a big culvert they're gonna be putting under the road. Hello, Muddy there. That thing's been working good. That Tempest weather station, by the way. Start with, it wasn't very accurate. Now it is. Who knows? It takes time to get calibrated. Got 7/10 of rain, which is fine. Done with corn. Beans all done but 50 acres, which we get it. we'll get it eventually. Side dressing corn that's actually up good, pretty much caught up, not much left, and it's nowhere near getting behind on it. Spraying posts on corns, caught up. Probably be ready to spray some more of that next week. Yeah, we're sitting pretty good right now. Okay with the rain. Got what is this? What is this? 579? 539?
579.
579 in the shop. What are you doing to it, Jay? What are you doing?
Changing another radiator.
Yeah? What's wrong with this one? Too small grates?
It's dirty and Jay don't want to clean it.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna put on a different kind, the kind that's a little wider for trash, right?
It's called a feedlot radiator.
Feedlot radiator going in, regular going out.
Yeah, I'm tired of replacing radiators.
Well, maybe you're good for a little bit.
Changing radiators, clearing the codes, and hope this sucker will run this time.
Took
It's
radiator
hot.
out of that gray piece so many times, it's not even funny.
Yeah?
Now I can about do this in my sleep.
Don't sound like you're enjoying it too much.
Not what I really look forward to doing on Friday, but I'm here doing it.
What'd you want to do? Just wake up and drink a bunch of beer and go fishing?
No.
Don't lie to me.
I wasn't planning on working much today. I was gonna work on my. I was gonna do some greasing on the sprayer, and then Garrett was supposed to do an update on the def header, and then I was gonna go home, work on my boat.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you got the weekend off at least.
Yeah.
May 30th. Everything's in the ground. Some of it second time, except one little field that's really wet. We may not even get it, we'll see. But we have trouble with trucks overheating. That's what we're taking out. See what that looks like. You probably can't tell how plugged it is, but you can see the size. There you can see how plugged up it is. Because air to air sits right in front of that, you can't hardly get to it. So we do away with that and put this in. This is called a feedlot radiator. I hope you can see how much wider the gaps are. We've done this in one other truck and that really helped a lot. Keeps the corn chaff and the dirt you get from agriculture goes through that instead of stopping in it. At least pretty well, much better than factory stuff. So that's what we're up to now, trying to get the 579 where we can put it on the road without it overheating. So Jay's working on it, so who knows if it'll ever run again.
I headed over to Indiana this morning. Got 6 empty pro boxes I had left over here. Took 4 back on my tender when I took it back. Some empty pallets, because some came in that. We ended up dumping them into some pro boxes and 2 bags of white corn. So all I had left over of that. That's about all I could get. I think I might take the gator down the river and see what's in the rain gauge down there. 8/10 in this one. I got that trailer on, so I think I'll take this. 7/10. We sprayed the corn second. Looks like those weeds are dying. We sprayed the soybean fields over here first. Those weeds are dead. All right, he got her in. It's in. It's in. Good job.
It's in over an hour ago. It was all buttoned up, ready for antifreeze. I don't have no antifreeze, but so like 12 something, it was ready to go.
All right.
Yeah, not bad for starting at 8 to 12. That's replacing it and putting her in. So
I feel like kid that got done by 11:30.
yeah, I know. But I got the sprayer greased, and so it's all ready to go for next week when we start spraying. As long as we don't get no more rain, we'll be all right. And then, yep.
All right.
I'll put antifreeze in this, and I think I'm gonna call it a day before I end up getting stuck doing something else.
Find a grain bin to clean out somewhere.
What?
Yeah, they got a telehandler here at David's. They're supposed to start putting the bin up next week. So hopefully we'll have some of that on here then. That's it for now. Things are looking good around here right now. What difference a couple weeks can make. See you next week.